Hello students, I am your biology teacher and here we will study the subject biology for class 11th and 12th according to various CBSE and state board exams. Let us begin with class 11th chapter 18 Body Fluids and Circulation part 1. Have you ever thought, why do we need circulatory system? What is the need of it? Wait for a second and think it on your own. Take for example a cell. It requires nutrients, oxygen, other essential substances for survival and growth. And after their use, it releases waste and harmful substances which need to be continuously removed. Now, what is the composition of blood? It comprises of more than 30 components including major and minor. Blood is a special connective tissue consisting of plasma, cells or formed elements and fluid matrix. Now consider the two main, that is plasma and formed elements. Plasma is composed of clotting factors, minerals, proteins, water, glucose, amino acids and lipids. Now coming to formed elements, it is of two main types, blood cells and then blood platelets. Now blood cells are of two types, erythrocytes and leukocytes, that is RBCs or WBCs. Now leukocytes are classified as granulocytes and agranulocytes. There are three types of granulocytes: basophils, eosinophils or eosinophils and neutrophils. The mnemonic here goes as BANG. It might be funny, but see, B for basophils, A for acidophils, N for neutrophils and G for granulocytes. And the agranulocytes, there are two types, monocytes and lymphocytes. A picture is given in NCERT book of biology showing various formed elements with their comparable sizes and characteristic feature. We will get back here in a short while. Let us begin with plasma. It is straw-colored, viscous fluid and nearly 55% of blood. The first, water. It is 90 to 92% of plasma. Proteins, these are 6 to 8% of plasma. There are some proteins which need to be discussed. The first one is fibrinogen. Fibrinogen is used for coagulation and clotting of blood. The second, globulin. These are used for defense mechanism of body. There are three types of globulins generally found in the plasma. These are alpha, beta and gamma. The third, albumin. It helps in osmotic balance. Nutrients. These are in small amounts. For example, sodium ion, calcium ion, magnesium ion, bicarbonate ion, chloride ion and more. Glucose, amino acids, lipids, as they are never stationary in the body. These are always in rotation, here and there, here and there. That is glucose and amino acids and lipids. These are always non-stationary. And the last is clotting factors. Factors for clotting of blood are present in inactive form in plasma. There are 13 clotting factors. For board purpose, these are not to be learned, but for competitive exams, these have to be learned. And the factor 4, that is calcium, is of utmost importance. However, we will discuss the pathways of clotting later in the third part of the chapter. But here we will see a gist of the pathways of clotting. Basically, there are two types of pathways: intrinsic pathway and extrinsic pathway. What do we here need to understand is the pathways of clotting can be initiated by two processes: tissue trauma or endothelial damage. And finally, thrombin is activated somehow, going through a process. Step by step by step, thrombin is activated. And later, fibrins are formed, which form the tight blood clot. We will get back here in the third part of the video. Now let us begin with formed elements. But before we go on any further, subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon below the video and like the video. The first formed element, that is erythrocytes, also called as red blood cells, red blood corpuscles. Features: these are most abundant of all cells in the body. Actually, of all cells in the blood. RBC count in healthy adult man is 5 millions to 5.5 millions of cells per millimeter cube of blood. These are formed in red bone marrow in the adults. All other blood cells are also formed in red bone marrow. This is important fact, that all the other blood cells are also formed in red bone marrow itself. When asked to students where RBCs are formed, they easily say that red bone marrow is the site where RBCs are formed. But when asked where other blood cells are formed, it is important fact that all the other blood cells are also formed in red bone marrow itself. One question came in AIPMT 2015 that in embryo RBCs are formed in. You should go and search about it. Shape of RBC is biconcave. As you can see, it is easily seen that it is biconcave in shape. A beautiful picture shows the bone and red bone marrow. Spongy bone contains red bone marrow. C. Blood stem cells are capable of forming red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets. White blood cells are WBCs, that is leukocytes, and we have seen that leukocytes are of two types, agranulocytes and granulocytes. So all the type of cells are formed in red bone marrow itself. These RBCs are devoid of nucleus in most mammals. Hemoglobin is present in RBCs. It is red colored, iron containing complex protein. Concentration of hemoglobin in healthy individual is 12 to 16 gram of 100 per 100 millimeter of blood. Role: transport of respiratory gases. Lifespan 120 days. The lifespan of RBCs, normal RBCs, is 120 days. This question has come in AIPMT exams or NEET exams multiple times. The destruction of RBCs takes place in spleen. Spleen is also called as graveyard of RBCs. Now, a fact that birds, reptiles and other lower forms of vertebrates have nucleated RBCs, while most mammals have denucleated RBCs. Octopuses don't use hemoglobin to transport gases, and thus have blue blood. In the whole world, if we talk about blood, blood is colored as red, but octopuses have blue blood. Now come to WBCs. It is colorless, nucleated, lesser than RBCs. The count is lesser than RBCs. That is, these are 6,000 to 8,000 per millimeter cube of blood. These are short-lived, divided in two main categories, granulocytes and agranulocytes. We have seen the mnemonic B, A and G. Now you know B for basophils, A for acidophils and for neutrophils, and G for granulocytes. And agranulocytes are monocytes and lymphocytes. When we talk about granulocytes, these can be also called as polymorphonuclear lymphocytes. Why? Because the nucleus shape keep changing. And these have granules in cytoplasm. That is why these are known as granulocytes. Now neutrophils. The first granulocyte. These are most abundant, that is 60 to 65%. These are phagocytic in nature. Phagocytic means these can engulf foreign particles. Eosinophils or acidophils. These are 2 to 3%. These resist infections. Reason behind allergic reactions. Basophils. These are 0.5 to 1%. Involved in inflammatory reactions. Secrete histamine, serotonin, heparin, etc. You can see clearly that most abundant of them are neutrophils, eosinophils are lesser than them, and least are basophils. Abel and cetirizine. Have you heard of them? These are antihistaminic drugs and anti-inflammatory also. Agranulocytes. Monocytes. These are phagocytic in nature. Which cell was phagocytic in granulocyte? Yes, you are right. The neutrophils were phagocytic in nature in granulocytes, whereas monocytes are phagocytic and these are agranulocyte. And it is the biggest cell of all WBCs, all leukocytes. Lymphocytes. These are 20 to 25%. There are two major types, B and T forms, responsible for immune response of the body. Another major type is natural killer cells. However, this is not mentioned in NCERT book, but it is to note that NK cells or natural killer cells are also lymphocytes. Now, the diagram that is shown in NCERT, we can see biconcave shaped RBCs, platelets, two-lobe nucleus. Eosinophils have two-lobe nucleus. We can see two lobes. Basophils, two or three-lobe nucleus. Neutrophils, S-shaped nucleus. When we look, it somehow appears as S-shaped. Monocytes. These are ellipsoidal, bean or kidney-shaped nucleus. T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. Platelets or thrombocytes. These cannot be called as cells. Rather, these are cell fragments produced from megakaryocytes. These are special sensile bone marrow. Now, normal platelet count is 1,50,000 to 3,50,000 per millimeter cube of blood. Release substances which are involved in coagulation or clotting of blood. Change in platelet number is of high clinical importance, and reduction leads to various clotting disorders. Thank you. You can like, share and subscribe the channel. For more such videos you can stay connected.